Educating, informing, serving. Fact TV, keeping government honest.
Before we go to the agenda, I just want to take a minute to thank Stan Mack and Alan Sands. I know I've done it a couple of times, but for their service. And Stan is a little bit under the weather, and maybe a little prayers will help. He's doing okay. I just wanted to, if you can reach out to him, it might make him feel better. Okay. We need a motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
So
Do we have a second?
second.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, good. We have 2 minutes to approve. Minutes of minutes of March 1st. Are there any additions or corrections to those minutes? If not, if there are no corrections or additions to the minutes, somebody make a motion to accept minutes of March 1st.
So moved.
Any further discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those are approved. The second minutes is the organizational meeting that took place on March 2nd at the Brick Meeting House. Are there any additions or corrections to those?
I have one.
Okay,
Okay, in paragraph 10, we're talking about our meetings. And what I left out of the minutes that Kim pointed out to me was that I talked about not having a place, but we discussed that a little bit, not having a place because we didn't know where we're going to meet, but we are meeting by virtually. And so I added between where it says to set the select board regular meeting schedule as presented, and I put that is first and third Mondays at 6 p.m. with exception, and for now, and then I put in parentheses, governor's emergency declaration and Act 62. The site is on Microsoft Teams, period.
okay.
Okay.
I have one on the top of that page. It says John Gregory expressed the willingness to step down. I never was the clerk or vice or anything, so I really didn't step down from anything.
Oh, I didn't mean to characterize that stepping down, so, okay.
Okay. Do we have any other additions or corrections? If not, somebody make a motion to accept the amended minutes of March 2nd.
So moved.
Do we have a second? No further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Okay. All right, committee reports. Are there any committee reports?
Mr. Chairman, I can report,
Go ahead.
that the Parks Committee is gonna meet on Friday morning with Al Sands and a few other people, and Danny, to start conversations about the village park. And we're gonna start talking about some issues like the signs that'll go there and trail maintenance, and, see how far we get.
Okay. Do we have any other committee reports?
I got one thing on the highway. I'm gonna take Suzanne over the roads Thursday, so she gets to be familiar with them. And then after that, I'm gonna set up an appointment with Danny so that she can work the town garage and go through there and look at the equipment. Then after that, we should have the report.
On the cemetery committee, John and I had a discussion, and as soon as the weather breaks and we get rid of the snow and mud and whatever, we're gonna take a tour of the cemetery with Walter and start the process of trying to find an additional Any others?
Can
Mr.
I- me-
Go
me-
ahead.
Bill,
Go ahead.
okay. Mr. Chair, I just wanted the Water Commission has had for the agenda April 5th.
Okay, so noted.
April 5th, yeah.
All right.
And on your cemeteries, I want to, in the meantime, I want to look at them too and then talk with you guys. I'm going to go look at that property next to Middletown.
Okay, you're gonna send that letter out too, I think?
Yeah, but I'm going to look at it first, so I can describe it.
All right, perfect. All right, highway, Danny, go on. Do you have anything to report for us?
I see Bill has the excess weight permits.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
As far as the roads, we've had a little bit of mud, and then at nights doing a little bit of raking just to smooth them out. Now that the temperatures are dropping back down, I think it'd be pretty good, at least this week.
That's it?
That's it. Okay?
All right?
Yeah.
If you don't have anything else, Danny, then, we need a motion to, accept the excess weight limits for Basin Brothers, Cardinal, David Chavez, and Dead River, and Gurney Brothers.
Nope, 3 more.
At Irish Stevens, McCulloch, Crushing, and St. Pierre. Somebody make a motion?
First, isn't that David Shays?
Shave, yes.
He pronounces it Chaves, yeah.
It should be an S.
I don't think I misspelled it, but I could have.
With an S. With an S.
Yes, okay.
S.
Yeah, okay.
Chat, please. Need a motion?
No,
Second?
I'll second.
Okay. Any further discussion? There's no need to, Bill was authorized to sign them, so he will do that, so. So all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Danny, I guess you're done. Do you have anything else?
No, I don't have anything else.
All right. Do we have anything from the clerk and treasurer? She's not here. Jill, do you
Yeah,
have-
she's here.
Oh,
I'm
she is.
here.
Oh, okay, good to see you.
I'm just quiet.
The podium is in the way. I can't see you. Go ahead, Jim.
I don't have anything really to report other than I gave everybody the expenditures and the balance sheet. And earlier, Thursday or Friday, I believe, and I didn't know if you had any questions for me. I know I've talked to John, I've talked to Suzanne. Does anybody have any questions? There's not much else. I'm just waiting for taxes. This is the lull for me. Town meeting's done, but tax season, the end of the tax quarter hasn't come yet, so that's all.
Kim, when is the fourth quarter, so we can go over the budget that you have sent? Is that coming up soon?
That's coming up, but because we had new members, like I explained in the email, that's why I gave out the expenditure and the balance sheet, just so that they could get a feel for it before we got into the quarter. But yeah, that's coming right up.
Okay, so when the quarter comes, will you remind Bill, and then so we can put it on the agenda? And then we can go through it?
Yep, I will.
I didn't see any red flags on the budget that I looked at.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I didn't see any red flags on the budget, the sheets that you sent.
Nope, there wasn't any major red flags. I just explained a little bit to Suzanne and John about how the retreatment, why that looks so high. But, we all know now why it's so high over budget.
It is confusing.
It is.
Anybody have anything else for Kim?
Mr. Chair, I'd just like to say thank you to Kim for anticipating the need we had to look at those reports in advance and to go over them with us personally. It would really help.
No problem.
Okay, the next item is the liquor licenses. Bill?
Yes,
You want to read them, please?
you have in front of you, and Sue Ellen has them. There are the liquor license for the Wyndham Foundation, and we recall that Suzanne will not sign those when she's in. The rest are here for you guys to sign. There are 2 for the inn, 1 for the restaurant, 1 for the bar in the restaurant, 1 for the restaurant in general, 1 for the pub, and then there's 1 for outdoor on the porch. I think there are 5
All right.
for Wyndham Foundation, and there are 4 for MKT,
No,
3 for MKT, which includes the restaurant, the sales, and then the outdoor serving. And each of those need to be, first of all, need to be a motion. I would do them separately. Do the 5 for the Wyndham Foundation and then the 3 for the market, and approve them separately. And then each of you, once they are approved by all of you, then each of you needs to sign in 5 places for the Wyndham Foundation and in 3 places for the market. And if there's any questions as to where they are, as you know, if you're going to serve liquor outside, you have to have a defined area. That's defined in the, if you read the small print, they're all defined in there. And each license is defined where it applies. For instance, one of the license applies for all the servings on the porch of the inn, as well, outside, as well as the wraparound porch, as well as the inside dining hall, the outside dining, the tavern, the back porch, and the bars.
Yeah,
At the market, is the restaurant open on the inside?
I don't know if it's open, but there's a liquor license for it there.
That's why I asked.
well, it's not open yet, but she is planning to do something there soon. So like she was doing before, when she had dinners and, you know, she had a couple of Valentine's dinner, I think, last week or 2.
Yeah.
But she still needs to have the liquor license, because if they walk out the door and eat on the patio.
But this is not, these are nothing new, these licenses come up every year, so. It's
I
not
mean, I
anything.
understand that, but the restaurant is not open inside, why are we signing a liquor license?
Because she will have it open sometime this year. And you only do it once a year. This is when you do it.
Okay, somebody want to make a motion to accept liquor license for the Wyndham Foundation, 5 of them?
So moved.
Any further discussion?
Mr. Chair, I to recuse myself from this discussion and this vote.
Okay, so noted. So all in favor of the 5 liquor licenses for the Wyndham Foundation, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Now we need a similar motion for MKT for their 3 licenses. Okay, Kathy?
Second.
John seconded. Any other discussion? If not, okay, all in favor of MKT's getting 3 liquor licenses, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. The next item is appointments. You all have your sheets here, I think. We'll go through them. I would request that we not deal with the capital budget appointments at this time, that they don't need to get into the fall anyway. And we're gonna have some further discussion about these committees as a future select board meeting. So other than that, we're all set. And I think there's a change here. What was the change? Added,
Well, I would let me just go through it so everybody understands it, okay? So for the planning commission, Eric Stevens is up and he is willing to proceed. Dave Culver would like you to appoint him for a limited amount of time. He does not want to serve the year, but he wants to serve at least through April, if my understanding is right. So you may appoint him till May 1st, then take up that position then, because I don't have anybody take that position in any case.
Right.
Okay?
Well, we will advertise in the Grafton News or entertain any people who want to.
I got a whole, I got several that we need to advertise. Yes. Okay. And then Rachel does not want to continue on the review board, but Steve Fisher is willing to take it over. So that position would be appointed for the next 3 years, and that would be till 2024 for the position now held by Rachel. Jan Archibald doesn't want to go forward. We thank both of them for their service in that, and I don't have anybody there. John Gregory is up as an alternate to be appointed until 2024, and he's willing to continue as an alternate. Then for the capital budget, you're going to take that up later. Okay. For the cemetery agent, Walter, Mike Waysville is constable. Council on Aging is Mary Howard Fetter. Dog census is Kimberly Record and Michelle Dolph. Amber Stevens is willing to act as emergency management coordinator. Eric Stevens as deputy director, with myself as director. Energy officer for the town is Eric. The fence viewers are the listers. Floodplain manager is myself. The inspector of lumber is Tracy Lake. We don't have anybody for tree warden. Road commissioner is the select board. And then you guys, I'm not going to go over these. The next is your positions on the select board. Solid waste rep is Cynthia and Kim Record. Cynthia Gibbs and Kim Record. WRC representative Eric Stevens, and there's an opening there. Now, the wastewater committee is not, I went back and looked at everything. It's not really a recognized committee. It is an organized committee, but it's not a recognized committee. So there isn't any terms for any of those people. I found paperwork that said there might be, but when I go through the minutes, I don't find any of setting up as this committee as an official committee. So I would just leave that alone right now.
Mr. Chair, could we postpone the discussion of the wastewater committee until April 5th? I have gone back and reviewed the minutes also for the designation of the water commission, and I've found some paperwork. I need to talk it over with Bill, and we can appointments in the context of the wastewater report to the select board on the 5th, if that's acceptable to everybody.
That would be terrific. Do it. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then the pound is the Windham County Humane Society. Health officer is Rich Thompson. Deputy is Robbie Sprague. Road foreman is Danny. Well, and these aren't appointed, those two are appointed. And the administrative officer is myself, and they are not, I'm not up for appointment on that yet. Okay. So all of those ones with the Y after it are willing to go forward. In addition to those, you have Amber Stevens and Steve Fisher. Okay, so all with the Y are willing to go forward. Then you have, in addition to that, Steve Fisher for Rachel Plummer and Amber Stevens for the emergency management coordinator.
So we need somebody, we should need somebody to go with Eric Stevens on the WRC.
Don't need anybody. We haven't had anybody for 6 or 7 years. Yes, that's open. Yes.
And what about for the planning commission?
The planning commission will need somebody when Dave stops.
I mean, as an ex officio from the board.
Oh, that's up to you guys.
Yeah. In the past, there was I think Alan served 1 year, I maybe I'm wrong, but there was a couple of people who would attend the planning commission meetings as an ex officio member from the select board. and we haven't had one in time, so if anybody's interested, let Bill know. Dave Culver asked me if we had anybody, and I had told him no. So what do we need, a motion, Bill, to accept us now?
To appoint those persons that with the Y after their name and Steve and Amber to the positions named on that sheet.
Somebody want to make that motion? Need a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion, any questions on these appointments that are about to be made? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. That brings us to public comment. Do we have any public comment? Not, is there any other business? That is,
Mr. Chair, I just want to make sure that, and I'm pretty sure that Bill would have captured this, but in the appointments we just made, we all agreed to wait until the 5th to do the water committee. I just want to make sure the water commission, I just want to make sure the minutes reflect that, please.
okay. And Bill also,
Yeah.
let the minutes reflect that. Our bucket will be-
Yeah,
will be-
I got that, yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Suzanne. Okay, so the next date of the meeting is April 5th, here at 6 p.m. If nothing else, somebody make a motion to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you for coming, thank you for
Thank you.
participating. And Suzanne, when do you get your second shot? So you can-
I get my second shot on April 8th, and I'm really looking forward to being there. But I have to say, I think this worked really well from the people online. We could hear you, we could see you. So thanks to all of you who made this happen tonight.
Well, I said to you, give us some time to get the buzz out, and I think, Bill did a great job with this, and he did some research with Fact TV, and, between him and whatever, we set the system up, and I think it worked very well.
Yeah, it's great. Thanks.
All right, everybody, have a good night, stay safe.